Good morning. I think I might have figured out how to get the streaming to work properly. It took me a little bit. I found an article after searching a lot of different threads that kept saying the same thing. You got to click go live from the YouTube side, and then they'll say wait 24 hours. But I used to be able to stream. But now what I found was a forum on a different place. And the very last thing was somebody who commented with a fix for them, which was, since I converted this to like a brand account to try to switch over from one email to another, that was the only way I could find to transfer the ownership from one email to the other. In doing that, the brand account, you can't like stream directly from a brand account. You have to use your account to stream through the brand account, which is really, really weird. But that's what they said worked for them, and that worked for me this time. And it looks like it's going to the right place instead of the old email making like a new channel or whatever. It's going to the Samboat music guitar, which is what I want. And so since everything looks like it's going well, we'll continue on as normal. And let me just switch from top chat to live chat just in case something happens. And yeah, we're on Jarabe, Tapatio, whichever pronunciation you want. And we only have those first two sections. Yesterday, I should probably tune. Yesterday, we got a couple sections in it gold. Maybe three of them. I don't remember if one was gold beforehand or not. But what was giving us trouble at the end was we were playing everything, but in like the middle of playing a strumming pattern, it wouldn't pick up the strumming pattern. Like it'd say one of the notes in the strumming pattern was wrong, even though I played it. And because of that, we were not able to finish the song. But we'll try to finish it today. I should go ahead and play these. And my nose is itchy as usual. That's okay. I was sneezing earlier. F7. No. So, looks like just the transition for a couple of the chords in there is what the issue was this time. So let's go ahead and restart because we only need those first two sections. Once we get one or both of them, then we'll continue on through the rest, so it picks up that we actually got them gold by completing the song, because otherwise it won't pick it up, sadly. I had a finger on the wrong string. G. I went to C. No, I had a finger on the wrong string there too. But you saw that one that was just in the middle of the string of the chord. That's what I was talking about before, if you haven't ever seen it before and haven't watched the other streams. But that's what we're trying to get past with a lot of these strumming patterns. we got the second section, so we'll go ahead and finish the song. That was the best score yet, it looks like. We're on an 11-week streak. Last stream, yesterday, we went through and I showed what I had done as far as my playing in Yousician. Because you can go back and see it's a little... it's not the best, but it works. And so I'm just kind of curious. For my level, I'm number 2. In the world, I'm number 5. And I still don't have this thing gold. To be first, I got to beat 342,000. To move up from this, I need to beat 336,200. But yeah, we got that second part. What I wanted to mention that I noticed is instead of letting it ring while trying to switch chords, I need to play it staccato because I was letting it ring and I was switching the chords right. But a lot of times it would count if I was switching from G to D. It would count the last G wrong and the first D wrong because I still had notes ringing. G was still ringing, and then some of the D stuff would come in, counting the G wrong. And then when I played D, some of the G stuff was ringing, so it'd count that first D wrong. But then when I played the second D, it'd count it right. So... gonna put that to the test again with part 1, and we'll see how we do. Then it'll be easy because we only have to loop one section if we don't get it wrong. Play again, not continue, because continue's on the wrong side. No. Apparently it wasn't that great because at the end we ended up missing quite a few, but we'll just keep going at it till we get it right. I'm guessing my middle finger on that C that I missed was bending the string a little bit, so it wasn't quite the right pitch. I'll try again. It always takes me a little bit because I'm moving the mouse to make sure it's awake and then I don't see the cursor. But gotta go again. Let's go. No! That's so frustrating when I play it all, but it doesn't count. One of the things the other day that I was doing is whenever it's letting it ring like that instead of not letting each of those individual strums ring. When I stop the individual, well, when I let it ring, a lot of times it'll do that. It doesn't pick up the next strum, so when I do that, I put that space in there for it to pick that up. And so I will try that as well. Realistically, though, you want to let them all ring. No! Here we go again. We missed only 2 notes in there, which we played. Here we go again. If you can't tell, I'm getting quite annoyed or frustrated by now. We finally got it. I'm so excited. Just want to see if it'll update the score, because sometimes it will. Sometimes it'll change that score that you get. But we're not going to perfect that. We've got it, and we don't want to keep playing it. I'm going to hop down to this basic riff that we've already played. It says, we got 3 sections gold, so hopefully the intro solos those won't be too bad. I'm guessing it'll have 5 chords, and it does. I don't remember this at all. Must have played it a long time ago. And of course, we're not playing the solo. No! I missed it right at the end. So one thing that I used to do was, it wasn't for very long. I would play everything just once to try to get it and see if I got it gold or not. But then there's a feature that they used to have, I don't know if they still do, where you could go for the gold, so anything that you didn't have gold already, it would put it into a list for you. And so if I played these, they'd go into that list. So then I wouldn't have to scroll all the way down. Like, that's the same reason we have these all in our favorites list. So instead of having to scroll down to all the free songs every day, yeah, so instead of having to scroll down when you do the search and try to go to level 5, it always puts all the premium songs first. You cannot filter those out, so you have to scroll all the way down past all of them. And as Yousician, as time goes on, they keep adding more and more of those famous songs, like popular songs by all the big names that you know. We'll have to play it one more time for the solo one. Okay, nothing important. And so what I do is I'd go down and play everything just once to kind of save my time, so that way afterwards I could go to that feature where just to go for the gold, and everything that wasn't gold I put in a list. I'd click the level I wanted, and then I'd just play those, but then I'd run out and then eventually have to go and scroll all the way back down. But now what I've done is just add them to the favorites list, because it's really easy to do that. Just click the little heart. And I only have to scroll to the bottom of the list once and add everything. And I am not doing very well, but 102 is still the top 1%. Nice, I guess. That means there's at least 10,000 people who've played this. We'll go ahead and perfect it. And one thing I want to mention about this is on those repeated patterns of the same note, or just all those lines at eighth notes that, and then it chromatically went up. The reason why I kept doing all downstrokes is a lot of times Yousician again won't pick that upstroke. It'll just kind of hear it as the note staying the same duration, or staying the same pitch but extending the duration instead of actually picking up the attack of the second note. And so that is why I was doing those all downstroke, because with the downstroke it tends to pick those up a lot better. I think a lot of has to do with the pickups. when downstroking, the sound's being pushed obviously to that one pole, but then there are also all the other poles to pick up that. But when you upstroke, like the attack is being pushed this way, away from all the rest of the poles of the pickup. Yeah, like this, the open D. There's a little bit of difference, but it's a lot more similar than that. The attack is way more similar, and I think that's to do with the placement, or just the E string only having one pole, that one magnet there underneath it, and when you downstroke, you're pushing towards all of them. When you upstroke, you're away from them all. And then with the open G, the attack on the upstroke sounds a little bit louder, which makes sense because when you go down, there are only 2 poles for the B and the E, and when you go up, there's the 3 for the E and the D, and then of course it's over 1, so it's always going to be, one of the strokes is always going to sound a little bit stronger than the other. And so when you're on the bottom 3, the downstroke will sound stronger. When you're on the upper 3, the upper will sound stronger, unless somehow you find a great way to compensate for that. But always playing your upstrokes a little bit stronger than the down, instead of just keeping a consistent down-up alternating pattern, seems a little counterproductive to a lot of the playing, if you try to do it at speed. And by at speed, I mean like going fast, the shred zone, or whatever you want to call it. I think that's enough talking. Let's get back into this, to solo 1 and try to perfect it. I'm surprised it didn't have more. I was on fret 5 as the bass. I'm surprised it doesn't have more 5 chords. I got the section I needed. I didn't do the little shift in there, so I didn't play the fingerings it exactly said, but we're good with that. Now we just have to finish the song. I guess it does have more 5 chords than I realize. They just didn't register to me as the 5 chords, or power chords if you want to call them power chords. beat our score. Teeny little bit. But that doesn't really matter because we got that intro, which is what we needed. We'll continue. Shows gold. Now we're on to babysitting. And I'm not going to play those, so we can play because we are at 14 minutes. Oh no. We'll have to play it one more time. But I got that second section, which I was kind of worried about. I don't remember the song at all, but it seemed like the kind of thing that I would mess up towards the end. No, my pinky was on the wrong string. Well, did better than last time. Got the first two sections. We'll have to come back for the last two. But those won't be too hard. We only missed the first note and then a couple others later in part 3 just because I was not trying too hard since I missed that first note. And then in part 4, I just had my pinky on the same string as my index for one of the power chords. Yeah, we got 2 today, so you know what that means. We're down below 19 results for level 5. Once we get that down to 0, or maybe 10 or so, I'll scroll back down and double check. We already double checked once a couple weeks ago, but I want to double check that one more time just to make sure I'm not deluding myself into thinking that we finished level 5 when in fact we had not. I know for like level 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are some of those that like they've added stuff or moved stuff around, so they're now in there and they don't show that I've done them. Maybe one of these days I will go back to them just to try to be a completionist, but yeah, at the time they're all complete. And while I'm in here right now, if I just go to songs and search and we go to level 5, that's 938 songs. Okay. And so as you can see, it includes beat tracks, which I don't know why that would be with guitar. It says beta though. But there's nothing to take out all the famous songs. You can turn them on, so they're only famous songs. So I guess what we can do, 938. Let me open my calculator. 938. And then we subtract all the famous songs, which is 746. There's 192 songs at level 5. And we are less than 20 away from completing all of those. That's a lot. Level 4, 654, 910, That's about 246 or so. That's still a lot of songs to go through on level 4. We're going through those a whole lot faster, though, than level 5, because they were obviously a lot easier. But now on level 6, that's a big jump, 938 to... No, we just want level 6. 629 and 482 are famous, so that is about 147 that we'll have to go through on level 6. So they'll take longer, but there are less of them to do. And I'm pretty sure after level 5, I think that's the most... 5 has the most songs in it of them all. And then 6 is less. 7 is about the same as 6. 655. 639. And then it really drops off there. 308, 163, 82, 44, 26, 14, 5. There are 5 at level 15. This one, the CVT one, that's all about sweep picking. I tried it at like a really slow speed just to do it, but I don't have that motion for sweep picking or the speed in my left hand down very well. Excuse me. But yeah, I think none of these are famous songs. They're just like pretty much trying to do technique. But I wonder what the difference between level 14 and 15 is. Oh, hey, there are actually some famous songs. Bark of the Moon, Ozzy, Jump Van Halen, Master of Puppets. Well, I was thinking Jump seems pretty easy. Seek and Destroy, that... So, Seek and Destroy is actually pretty easy, except for the solos. And it's probably in there because of the solos. Something like that. It's been quite a long time since I looked at it, because with Rocksmith, I've actually looked at Seek and Destroy. You probably don't want to hear me keep trying to play it by semi-memory, but it kind of surprises me that it's there, unless it's there for the solos. And maybe it was this arpeggio workout, this DVT one, instead of that one on level 15. That's all about that sweep picking, but we can't go in and test it. But yeah, so here, what we do is we click the famous songs, so you can see that there's all those are famous ones. So the only ones we would actually get to play, 14 minus 10 would be 4. So while I'm here, might as well just scroll down to them and favorite them. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I think I've dragged this on for a little bit too long. But it's definitely not as long as some of our other ones. I've gone to like 50 minutes before. I guess that's it. Just